All right, everyone, welcome back to Talk Tickers.
You already know what we do here.
We take these earnings calls,
Break them down.
make it make sense.
Yeah.
For investors like you.
And today, we are going deep on Bristol Myers Squibb, their latest report.
It's a big one.
So think of us as your backstage pass
That's right.
to BMY's fourth quarter 2024 performance.
And it's a performance with really high stakes.
Really high stakes. Why is that?
Well, BMY,
Yeah.
they've been saying for a while they want to hit that top-tier sustainable growth by the end of the decade.
Okay.
So the question we're really trying to answer
is,
did this quarter move them closer to that target?
Right.
Or further away?
Closer or further? All right. So before we really get into the weeds, let's set the stage.
Okay.
Some of the headline numbers.
All right.
When you first looked at BMY's report, what kind of jumped out at you?
Well, I got to say, that top-line revenue.
Okay. Really impressive. They closed out the year strong.
Right.
Q4 revenue up 9% to $12.3 billion.
Okay.
And for the full year, they hit an incredible $46 billion.
$46 billion? That's huge.
Yeah. Fueled by their newer drugs.
That sounds pretty promising.
It is.
But I'm guessing it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right?
You got it.
Okay, so what are we missing?
Well, so revenue's up, but earnings per share actually took a hit.
Oh, okay.
Came in at $1.15 for the year.
$1.15, so why is that?
Generic competition for some of their older drugs.
Sounds like Revlimid.
Revlimid.
Yeah.
Okay, so the dreaded patent cliff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's going to be a theme, I think.
I was going to say, I bet that continues into 2025.
Absolutely. Investors are going to be watching close.
Okay.
How BMY manages this this transition period. Can they offset those losses with new product launches? Okay, well, speaking of new products, let's talk about Cobanfy.
Oh, yeah.
This is BMY's new treatment for schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And it's already causing a big stir.
Yeah.
What's so special about this drug?
Well, for one, it's the first schizophrenia drug in decades.
Wow.
With a totally new mechanism of action.
Okay, so what does that mean?
So that means it works differently from existing therapies, which is huge for patients who haven't responded to other treatments.
So it's not just another drug like it could be.
A potential game changer?
A game changer. Okay. But does the performance, like early performance, back that up?
So far, the numbers look good. Okay. Already pulling in about $10 million per quarter.
Which is good because...
just 3 months.
3 months. That's
launch.
It's great.
But even more encouraging is the feedback.
Oh, from who?
Doctors and patients.
And what do they say?
They're raving about its effectiveness and safety, especially the positive impact on cognitive function.
Okay.
This has been like a huge need.
Really?
In schizophrenia treatment.
Yeah.
And Cobanfy seems to be addressing it.
Okay, so Cobanfy, off to a good start.
It is.
But is this a one-hit wonder, or is there other stuff?
So BMY is not a one-trick pony.
Okay.
They've got a pipeline that's bursting.
Really?
At the seams.
Okay.
We're talking at least 15 potential drug approvals.
That's a lot to keep track of.
In the next 2 years.
15 in 2 years? That's huge.
A data explosion.
A data explosion. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Can you give us a sneak peek at any of these?
Keep an eye on milvexian.
Milvexian?
Yeah. Stroke and heart attack prevention.
Okay.
There's also a really promising new drug for something called idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis.
Okay.
It's a lung disease.
Oh, wow.
And BMY continuing to innovate in multiple myeloma with even more cutting-edge treatments.
So it sounds like BMY really stepping up their R&D.
They are.
But all this innovation, it costs money.
It does.
How are they managing their money with all this R&D?
Well, they're not just throwing money at the problem. They're tightening their belts, too.
All right.
They found another $2 billion in cost savings, adding to the $1.5 billion they already tackled.
1.5 that they already had.
Yeah.
All right, so cost cutting, launching new drugs, this big pipeline.
Right.
What's that all mean for their 2025 outlook?
Well, they're projecting revenue around $45.5 billion.
Okay, so
for 2025.
A little lower?
Yeah, a slight dip from 2024.
Those pesky generics.
Yeah, due to those pesky generics.
Okay.
But they expect a rebound in the second half.
Oh.
Driven by Eliquis.
Okay.
And continued growth from the newer drugs.
So a year of two halves then?
It seems that way. A year of transition.
Okay.
But BMY seems confident.
All right.
About the long term.
That's good.
They're betting that their pipeline.
All right. Well, it's a bold bet.
It is.
Only time will tell.
Right.
But that's what makes it so interesting, right?
It is. It's a company in the middle of a transformation.
Absolutely.
And the stakes are high.
High stakes.
Yeah.
That's BMY.
That's BMY. It certainly is. And speaking of transformation, let's talk about Opdivo.
Okay.
It's been like a cornerstone.
Right. It's one of their big ones.
Of BMY's success.
Yeah.
But the immuno-oncology landscape.
Yeah. It's getting crowded out there.
It is getting incredibly competitive.
It is. So I bet investors are wondering how Opdivo is holding up against all the competition.
Exactly. And what its future looks like.
Yeah.
Well, BMY is not just sitting back.
Okay.
They recently launched Opdivo Quvantic. It's a new subcutaneous formulation.
Okay, so what does that mean for the average person?
Basically, it means it's a lot easier to administer.
Okay.
It dramatically cuts down the administration time.
For the patient?
For the patient, yeah.
Okay.
So instead of like a long, hour-long infusion,
oh, wow.
it can be given in just a few minutes.
So it's all about like convenience and like patient experience.
Exactly, making it easier for the patients.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, in a crowded market.
Yeah, you got to differentiate yourself.
Right, gives them a competitive edge.
Okay.
Because they can offer something
yeah.
that's more patient-friendly.
Yeah, than some of the other options out there.
Right. But, of course, the big question looming over Opdivo.
What is it?
Is its patent expiration in 2028.
Yeah, so that's coming up.
Yeah, that's a ticking time bomb.
That's a big one. So what's the plan?
Well, they're hoping that this Opdivo Quvantic will kind of help extend the franchise's life.
Okay, so push it out a little further.
Yeah, into the next decade.
Okay.
They're also continuing to explore new indications.
Oh, okay.
New patient populations.
Got it. So it's a two-pronged approach.
Exactly. Improve the existing product.
Yeah.
And find new uses for it.
Find new uses. Smart.
Smart strategy.
It is smart. Let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about BMY's broader business development strategy. They've been pretty active.
They have been.
With acquisitions, partnerships, past few years. Are they looking to make more deals?
Yeah, business development is still top of mind for BMY.
Yeah.
They've said that they're open to both
Okay.
acquisitions and partnerships,
Okay.
especially those that strengthen their position in their core areas.
I'm trying.
Oncology, hematology, immunology, and cardiovascular disease.
So they're looking for deals
Yeah.
enhance their pipeline.
Yeah.
Or give them access to new technologies.
Exactly. Okay. And they've got
And
the money to do it right.
they've got the financial firepower.
Okay.
Their cash flow gives them flexibility
Okay.
to pursue acquisitions
Yeah.
or invest in early stage companies.
Now, you mentioned cell therapy before.
I did.
BMY's already dipped their toes in
They have.
with Breyanzi
Yep.
for lymphoma.
Uh-huh.
Can you explain what CAR-RT therapy is?
Sure.
For people who might not know.
CAR-ET therapy stands for chimeric antigen receptor T-cell therapy.
Okay.
It's a revolutionary cancer treatment
Okay.
where a patient's own T-cells,
Okay.
which are part of the immune system,
Yeah.
are genetically modified in a lab
Okay.
to recognize and attack cancer cells
Okay.
more effectively.
So you're basically giving their immune system
Yeah, it's like giving the immune
a
system
boost
a supercharged boost
to fight cancer.
to fight cancer. Exactly.
But that's helpful.
Yeah.
So BMY has Breyanzi for lymphoma.
But what's next?
Well, one that's generating a lot of buzz is their GPRC5D SAW-CAR-T therapy, which is being developed for multiple myeloma.
Multiple myeloma.
Yeah, and it targets a protein found on these myeloma cells.
Okay.
What's exciting about this is it targets a different protein than existing SAW-CAR-T therapies.
So it's like a backup plan
It's like a plan B.
if the first one doesn't work.
Exactly, and early data has been really encouraging.
Like, what are we seeing?
They're seeing high response rates
Okay.
and durable remissions.
So that means that
Cancer stays away longer.
stays away longer.
They're actually expecting to file for approval soon.
Oh, wow. So that's
Yeah, that's a big one.
one to watch.
Definitely.
All right. So it sounds like
Yeah.
BMY is pushing the boundaries of cancer
they're
treatment.
Yeah, with these cell therapies.
Okay. Let's zoom out a little.
Okay.
Talk about the big picture.
All right.
BMY is facing
Yeah.
They're from biosimilars, generics,
Yep.
competition from other big companies. How are they positioning themselves to stay ahead of the curve?
Well, it's a tough environment.
It is.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But BMY is adapting.
Okay.
Their focus on these innovative therapies is a key part of that.
So they know they can't just be making Me Too drugs.
They need to stand out.
Yeah.
And they are prioritizing R&D in areas where they can make a big impact.
Okay.
Therapies that address unmet medical needs.
So they're looking for those big open spaces that no one else is in?
To differentiate themselves from the competition.
That's key.
Long-term growth.
So it's about being bold.
It is.
Taking risks.
Yeah.
Pushing the boundaries.
Pushing those boundaries.
But it's also about protecting what they already have, right?
Absolutely. They can abandon their blockbusters. Like Opdivo, Eliquis.
Opdivo and Eliquis.
Yeah.
They need to maximize those products.
Yeah.
While also investing in the new stuff.
It's a balance.
It is a delicate balance.
It is. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. The patent cliff.
The patent cliff.
We talked about Opdivo, but a lot of
their drugs,
other key drugs,
are facing the same thing.
Same thing, coming years.
Yeah. How are they going to manage this?
Yeah, how are they going to manage?
Looming revenue decline.
Yeah, and maintain profitability.
Well, it's the question everyone's asking.
Right, it's a big one.
BMY knows they can't ignore it.
Yeah.
And their cost-cutting measures are part of it.
Okay.
Freeing up resources for R&D and new products.
Invest in the new stuff.
Exactly. But the key is pipeline execution.
Okay, so what does that mean?
They need to get these new drugs to market quickly and efficiently and make sure they're successful.
So it's not enough to just have them...
To just have a great pipeline.
Yeah, you got to turn those candidates...
Got to turn it into...
revenue generation.
Revenue. Got to make money.
Got to make money.
Exactly.
They're also looking at ways to optimize their existing portfolio.
Okay.
Like we said with Opdivo Cobanfy.
Yeah, make it more...
New formulations of some of their key drugs.
Yeah.
This can extend patent life, improve patient convenience, and give them a competitive edge.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I want to circle back
to
a drug you mentioned.
Sure.
Milvexian.
Milvexian, yeah.
Potential game changer.
It is.
For stroke prevention.
Stroke prevention, that's right.
What makes this different from existing drugs?
Well, milvexian targets factor Zeka, a different clotting factor than the other drugs like Eliquis, which target factor Zeka.
So why is targeting this one potentially better?
Well, early research suggests
that inhibiting this factor, Drita, could be just as effective at preventing strokes. But with a lower risk of bleeding.
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
A big one, because bleeding is a major concern.
Yeah, with the current drugs.
With the current drugs. Okay,
so that's why milvexian has so much potential.
Okay.
If it can really deliver on this promise, reducing bleeding risk while still being effective. It could become the preferred choice.
The go-to.
Yeah, for stroke prevention. Especially for patients at high risk.
Got it. And what about the market opportunity?
So the stroke prevention market is huge.
Okay.
And there's a constant need for new treatment.
For better treatments.
Yeah, better treatments. So if milvexian is successful and gets approved, it could be a major revenue generator. Or BMY.
Milvexian. Okay. We're going to watch that one close.
Definitely one to watch.
I'm curious about one more thing.
Okay.
Is BMY thinking about expanding into new areas?
New therapeutic areas?
Yeah, beyond their current focus.
So while their core focus remains oncology, hematology, immunology, cardiovascular.
Yeah, we've talked about those.
They haven't ruled out exploring new areas.
Okay.
They're looking for where there are unmet needs.
Unmet needs,
and a potential to make a difference.
Okay.
So they're being opportunistic.
So if they see a good opportunity,
they're going to go for it.
You're going to go for it, like they did with Cobanfy.
Exactly. Their foray into neuroscience.
Neuroscience?
With Cobanfy.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Saw a need.
They saw a need and they jumped in.
They jumped right in.
That's right.
It's exciting to see that.
It is. But let's not forget about their commitment
to operational excellence.
Yeah,
they talk a lot about this. Yeah. They did. What does that even mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
For a company like BMY.
It's about being leaner.
Okay.
More agile, more efficient.
Okay.
So they're streamlining operations.
Right.
Leveraging technology, trying to do more with less.
So it's not just about cutting for the sake of cutting.
No, it's about being smart.
Being smart about it.
Yeah, investing in the right places.
Right.
Making sure resources are used well.
Okay.
Building a strong foundation for future growth.
So it's all about making sure the money's going to the right places.
Well, exactly. BMY understands
Okay.
that efficiency is not just about saving money.
Right.
It's about making sure those savings are channeled to the right places.
The right places.
R&D, launching new products.
Okay.
That's where it needs to go.
So it's a balance.
It's a balance.
Fiscal discipline.
Yeah.
But also
strategic investment.
Strategic investment.
You got it.
It's a tough industry.
It's a delicate dance.
It is.
But essential for success.
Now, before we move on to our This is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
Segment. I want to make sure we highlight one more key takeaway.
Absolutely. We can't forget about BMY's commitment to sustainability.
Right. So they're not just focused on the bottom line.
They're thinking bigger.
They're thinking bigger.
Yeah, they're taking steps.
Okay.
To be a more responsible company.
What kind of steps?
Ambitious goals.
Okay.
To reduce their environmental impact.
Okay.
Improve access to medicine. Foster diversity and inclusion.
So they're really trying to, make a positive impact.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And investors are paying attention.
They are.
To this kind of thing.
Absolutely.
They want to invest in companies that are doing good.
Doing good.
In the world.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think we've covered it.
I think we have.
Just about everything.
Yeah.
From BMY's Q4.
We've gone deep.
Earnings call.
Deep dive.
Deep dive.
That's what we do.
It's been a wild ride.
It has been.
We covered their financials.
Financials.
The pipeline. The business strategy. Financial health.
Yeah.
Future prospects.
Future prospects.
And we even
came up with
an outrageous trade idea.
Outrageous but plausible.
Outrageous but plausible.
Trade idea.
Remember, though.
Yeah.
This is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
We are just
two people
having a conversation.
Sharing our thoughts.
Sharing our insights.
Always do your own research.
Exactly.
Talk to a professional.
Yes.
Before making any decisions.
That's right.
All right. But now...
It is time to let loose a little.
Let loose.
Have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
It's time for This is not financial advice segment.
This is not financial advice.
Where we explore a bold, potentially outrageous trade idea. Based on what we've learned. Remember,
purely
hypothetical.
Not a recommendation.
But
for those of you who are daring enough
to play along. Yes.
What's an outrageous but plausible trade idea?
Okay, buckle up.
I'm buckled.
Okay, so what if...
Okay.
And hear me out.
I'm listening.
What if BMY becomes an acquisition target?
Whoa, okay.
I know, right?
I did not expect that.
But think about it.
Okay.
They have a track record of blockbuster drugs. They've got this huge pipeline.
They do?
They're a leader in key areas.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things right.
And they're committed to all the right stuff.
The good stuff.
Sustainability, excellence.
Yeah, they're checking all the boxes.
They're checking a lot of boxes. So you're saying they'd be
attractive.
An attractive company.
To a potential buyer.
Yeah, but who would buy a giant like BMY?
It would have to be someone big.
Okay.
Someone with deep pockets.
Yeah.
Who wants to dominate the market.
Okay, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's just say a certain tech giant.
Okay.
With a growing interest in healthcare.
I see where you're going.
Might see BMY as a strategic fit.
A strategic fit. Okay.
To bolster their ambitions.
Oh. So if a mega merger like that were to happen.
Oh, it would be a game changer.
Game changer.
BMY stock would soar.
Soar. All right.
But again...
This is not financial advice.
This is pure speculation.
Just having fun.
Just having some fun.
Don't bet the farm.
Don't bet the farm.
But it is interesting.
It is food for thought.
It is food for thought.
It's a reminder that anything is possible.
In pharmaceuticals, yeah.
Mega mergers, blockbuster drugs.
Yeah.
Patent cliffs. Yeah.
Breakthroughs.
Yeah.
It's a wild world.
It's a wild world out there.
That's why we love it.
It's never boring.
It's never boring.
But speaking of excitement,
yes,
I think it's time to move on to our Q&A segment.
Here we go, Q&A.
We got some great questions
from
our listeners. We do want to dive deeper.
Deeper into BMY.
Into BMY. All right, let's hear them. All right, let's jump into some of these listener questions.
Okay, that was good.
This first one is about BMY's debt.
Okay.
They want to know if their recent acquisitions and spending have put them in a risky position.
Well, it's a valid concern.
Yeah.
BMY has taken on a lot of debt.
Yeah, to fuel this.
To fund their strategy.
Growth, yeah.
But they've also been making a lot of cash from those big drugs.
Right.
The blockbusters.
The blockbusters.
So the key is going to be managing that debt effectively and making sure they can keep investing. In the future.
So it's a balancing act. It is a balancing act.
But it sounds like they're not in a dire situation.
Not yet.
Okay. This next listener wants to know about BMY's international presence.
All right.
How much of their revenue comes from overseas?
Good question.
And what are their growth prospects in those regions?
So international markets are big for BMY. They generate about 40% of their total revenue outside the U.S.
So almost half.
Yeah. And emerging markets are especially interesting.
Why is that?
Well, healthcare systems in those areas are still expanding, and demand for these new therapies
is increasing.
Yeah,
so they're not just a U.S.
They're global.
Global. Okay.
Yeah.
This listener has a question about BMY's CEO, Giovanni Caforio.
Yeah.
They want to know your thoughts on his leadership.
So he's been CEO since 2015.
Okay.
And he's guided them through a big transformation.
What kind of transformation?
Well, he's been pushing innovation and has made some bold moves.
Like
the Celgene acquisition.
Oh, right. That was a big one.
Big one.
So he's not afraid to...
He's not afraid to shake things up.
Shake things up, take risks.
Take risks, yeah.
Okay, this next listener wants to know...
Okay.
If you think BMY is a good long-term investment.
Long-term,
what are your
final thoughts?
BMY is definitely a company to watch.
Okay.
They're facing some challenges.
Yeah, we've talked about those.
But they also have huge potential. Their pipeline is impressive.
It is.
Their leadership is strong. And they're focused on efficiency. Sustainability. They're trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, but there are risks too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The patent cliff, competition, execution.
Yeah, all real concerns.
Real concerns, no guarantees.
No guarantee in this business.
In pharmaceutical.
Right, but for investors with a long-term view.
Okay.
And who can handle some ups and downs.
Volatility,
BMY could be a good one.
A good one, all right.
Yeah, I think we've done it.
We have squeezed every last drop. Of insight out of this earnings call.
It's been a wild ride.
It has, but we did it.
We did it. We covered it all. Headline numbers.
Yep.
Pipeline. Strategy.
Future prospects. And we even threw in an outrageous trade idea.
For fun?
Just for fun.
Remember.
This is not financial advice.
This is not financial advice.
Just a couple of people.
Just a conversation.
Having conversation.
Sharing our thoughts. Do your own research.
Talk to a professional.
Make informed decisions.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
For this deep dive into BMY.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.
Happy
investing, everyone.